Sooner, everybody. You guys know me, I'm Harry James. Well, the headline talks about, between OU and LSU, talks about a strong second half. Helps the Tigers pull away from the Sooners. 37-17 in Baton Rouge. Tell you what happened statistically, plays of the game, and so much more. Coming up next, only right here, 1982 Boomer Sooner. You know what to do. Do go away. Boomer Sooner, everybody. You guys know me, I'm Harry James. Second half start helps the Tigers pull away from the Sooners 37-17 in the second half. This is how it happened, guys. Statistically, Jackson Arnold, number 11 Jackson Arnold, passed for 110 yards, 0 TDs, 0 picks on the night, and a long completion from 50 yards. While Garrett Nussmeier passed for 227 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks on the night, and a long completion from 45 yards. For Oklahoma and them offensive rushing game, Jackson Arnold led the way, 7 rushes, 75 yards, 0 TDs, and a long run from 28 yards. While Samuel Franklin also led the way for the Sooners, 6 rushes for 61 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a long run from 34 yards. For LSU, their rushing attack was pretty simple. Number 29, Caden Durham, and 18, Josh Williams. We'll start with Caden Durham, who for LSU had 11 rushes to go for 80 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a long run from 50 yards. Josh Williams on the other side, though, pretty good for LSU also with 13 rushes for 31 yards, 0 TDs, and a long run from 6 yards out. And that's it for the rushing attack, for Oklahoma's rushing attack. Receiving. So we'll go now to the receiving game for Oklahoma. For the receiving game for Oklahoma, number 13, J.J. Hester, and number 88, Jacob Jordan for the Sooners. 13, J.J. Hester had 1 catch for 50 yards, 0 TDs, and a long reception from, you guessed it, 50 yards. While the other side, Jacob Hester, 6 carries, 42 yards, 0 TDs, and a long reception from 17 yards. While LSU had a good night of their own to start it off. Number 3, Chris Hilton Jr., and 88, Tamarian Pipton led the way for them on that night. Receiving, Chris Hilton Jr. Finished with 2 catches for 85 yards and 2 TDs. While on the other side for LSU, Tamarian Pipton, 2 catches, 53 yards, 0 TDs, and a long catch from 20 yards. Was it from 20 yards? Let me make sure. For 42 yards. Defensively, Oklahoma, Danny Stutzman, 28, Danny Stutzman, and 56, Grayson Halton led the way for the Sooners. Stutzman had 10 total tackles on the night, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks, linebacker. While 56, Grayson Halton, Amazing Grace, had 7 total tackles on the night, did have a forced fumble, 0 fumbles recovered, and 0 picks on the night. Defensively for LSU, 40 Weeks and 42 Kevon Keys. 40 Weeks, 15 total tackles on the night, forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks. Linebacker. Other linebacker, Devarian Keys, 10 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks. Hunter, for Oklahoma, it was Luke Elzanga. Elzanga, 5 punts, 42.6 an average, 0 touchbacks, 2 balls landed inside the 20-yard line, and a long punt from 47 yards. Well, Peyton Todd was number 2 for LSU. He led the LSU in punting, averaging 47.0 an average, 0 touchbacks, 2 balls inside the 20, and a long-distance punt from 48 yards. And the kicker, the regular kicker, Zach Schmidt and Damian Ramos. Schmitty, the kicker Schmitty, 1 for 1 for 100%, make of 44 yards. Flip the coin, though, for LSU. Damian Ramos, 3 for 3 for 100%. Kicks from 22, 32, and 34 yards. And a long-distance kick from 34 yards. Scoring highlights for the Sooners and LSU. It all started with Garrett Nussmeier, number 13, Garrett Nussmeier, matches his jersey number 13 with a 13-yard touchdown pass to Kieran Lacey, 7-0 Tigers. 7:09 left. Oklahoma does tie it up, however, with a Garrett Nussmeier sack, fumble, and recovery. The sack was by Grayson Halton, and recovery by R. Mason Thomas. Ties it up at 7. With 3:26 left. Second half, a whole lot of highlights in the second quarter. All starting with Damian Ramos, his long of 34 yards, up and good, 10-7 TI double getters. 8:39 left. Then the X-Bomb, Xavier Robinson, out of Carl Albert High School, just outside of Tinker, takes his big tank body in the end zone, 2-yard touchdown run, 14-10 Oklahoma. 7:22 left. That would be the Sooners' only lead of the half. A couple of seconds later, Arian Anderson, number 1 Arian Anderson, kickoff return, 100 yards for a touchdown, 17-14, 7:08 left. And with 2:13 left, that is when the Zachary Schmidt 44-yarder was up and good for his long. 2:13 left. Tie ball game, 17-17. It is untied, though. With 45 seconds left, Garrett Nussmeier launches a 40-yard bomb to number 3, Chris Hilton Jr. 24-17 Tigers as we head to halftime. Right out of intermission, here they go again. Last time it was 40. This one was a 45-yard bomb from number 13, Garrett Nussmeier, to, you guessed it, number 3, Chris Hilton Jr. 31-17, 6:48 left, Tigers lead. That's it for the third quarter. Fourth quarter, 2 field goals by Ramos to put it on ice. Ramos first hit a 32-yard field goal, or 22-yard field goal with 14:57 left. Then hit a 32-yarder. The 22-yarder made it 34-17. The 32-yarder made it 37-17 with 3:19 left. Tigers lead. That's your ball game, folks. Joe John Finley's right call of the game was a 50-yard pass from Jackson Arnold to J.J. Hester down the field. And the Zach attack defensive play of the game, Garrett Nussmeier forced out of the pocket. And Grayson Halton forces a fumble. Fumble recovered by R. Mason Thomas. And Mason Thomas takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma in the ball game. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You guys know me. I'm Harry James. Catch us on all my other videos on the YouTube 1982 Boomer Sooner. Also, Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on the Twitter handle, the Hype Man Harry. Also, Patreon, Harry James Taylor. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And Boomer Sooner, everybody. See y'all for the bowl preview. Till then, guys, I'm out. Peace.